and welcome to another video. So in this video we are talking about Inktober. It's recently just finished and I did attempt to take part in it, so here is my attempt. Now I didn't manage to do every day in Inktober. I think I managed to do about 11 or 12 pieces in total. While I didn't quite meet the correct number, I did find that it was extremely useful to do Inktober, which we'll get to afterwards. So let's take a look. So this is the book that I used for it, the sketchbook. It's 140 GSM paper, so quite thin paper. So starting. So on day one, I did this image here. I did use art prompts for some of the designs that I came up with, some I didn't. And the first prompt I had, it awoke from the sea. So I did a sea monster, and this has been coloured in with some coloured pencils, and I used mineral spirits for blending. I kept with that sort of same theme, and I did, from the lamp it breathes. So this is a genie lamp, finished with gold gouache. And then next I did from in the forest it dwells. Now, with pieces like this, they were more than one day. It took about 2 days to finish, the drawing and the inking. What made this one take so long was the ink, because this is such thin paper and the ink was quite wet. It was starting to warp the paper a little bit, and I didn't want to ruin it or tear the paper up, so I had to spread it out over 2 days. So the next prompt I got was a witch that lost her broom. So it was quite a humorous piece. I did quite like it, and I did manage to put it off, which I was proud of. I didn't always remember to post my Inktober on Instagram either, so that didn't help. The next prompt was a flying cat. So instead of drawing a cat with wings, which I've already done, I did a cat pilot. And then I continued that theme and I did the whole cat pilot drawn out, a bit more detail. And then over on this page I had some fun drawing a giant yarn ball and 3 cats looking up at it in awe. So the next piece was quite a fun one to do. And if you've been following this channel for a little while, you would recognise this piece from when I went on vacation during the summer. I did a watercolour version of the actual place that this is based on. This is a illustrated version of it, so I've altered it and just drawn it in a different way. And this one took 2 or 3 days as well, so it was a little bit more difficult to get right. So next art prompt was a something with a enlarged feature. So I went with a dog and I enlarged its ears. It was only a quick sketch. Then on the other page I did a tree one. I just sort of felt one day like drawing a tree, so this is what came up. And for the last one I didn't quite finish it. I did some foliage, as I do quite like painting foliage like leaves. They're quite easy and quick, quite fun to do, and they can vary so much. They're quite relaxing to do as well. This was all done in the emerald ink. I mixed the black ink and the emerald together to get the darker greens. So, while I may not have completed Inktober and done every day, I did find this exercise really helpful for a simple reason that I don't really sketch. Whenever I do a watercolour piece, I tend to either rush the sketching and head straight into the watercolour, and this can either end up 2 ways. Either it will turn out okay, or I mess it up and the final result doesn't look as good as what it should. Or the other way that I tend to work things is I will take a long time over the sketch, then I'll rush into the watercolour and make a mess of the watercolour. Either way, it's not good. Watercolour painting should be quite relaxed and it should be fun. So sketching will really help to sort that out. A couple of pieces like this one and the tree one I will definitely develop into more watercolour sketches, I feel. Maybe things like this as well I'll work more on. What else do I have? Yes. So yeah, it was really important to sketch. Sketching means you are prepared. If you've got sketches ready, you can then just sketch them onto watercolour paper in 5-10 minutes and then you can be watercolouring. So instead of spending all your time on a sketch and then rushing the watercolour or vice versa, you can have a really good, easier watercolour experience, which is something I want to really build on. So thank you for watching this video, even though I failed Inktober a little bit. But I did learn some very useful facts and some tips with it. So I shall see you in the next video. Goodbye.